All right. I want to start off giving all praise, honor, and glory. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rachakotas Patam. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the occupant around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwaf and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this is an edifying video. Shalom to the confusion of faith brethren joining onto our ranks, as well as those that were helping to join onto our ranks. Once again, it's the Salakia, early fellow brother or fellow servant, Yahweh South out of the GMS Cleveland Church, coming at you with another lesson. Like I said, Lord willing, it's an edifying video. I was watching one of Apostle Tahar's, the elder Apostle Tahar's videos. He just recently posted about basically coming at that man, Vocab Malone, as far as he asking him a simple question: what is the mark of the beast? Since he's always trying to debunk our doctrine, you know what I mean? But like he said, he slew-footed, you know what I'm saying? Like he want to come at, call himself teaching us about what hell is and whatnot. He's calling himself dissecting our doctrine. Well, like Apostle Tahar said, he asked him, he's asked him in different occasions what's reincarnation and what's the mark of the beast, and he dodges those subjects. So, I don't want to necessarily say it's a decree, but he said, he wants brothers in the camps to, basically do videos so we could, put energy on this and put that man in a position, since he keep on, calling himself trying to disrupt the word. And the funny part is, man, I love how Apostle Tahar did that, because he put up that video where he wearing a Cobra Commander thing. I said it was spiritual. Watch how the spirit moving. Now we doing a video like this. So I'm all for it, trying to stay in order. And at the end of the day, it's a beautiful subject, because like Apostle Tahar said, this is like one of the most controversial scripts in the Bible. So without further ado, let's get started. So we gonna go. I got a few different things myself. Like for instance, let me see. I don't have this particular book because the brother Yahweh Sap out of GMS Spiritual Warfare. The brother out of his channel is GMS Spiritual Warfare, but he's out of the Kansas City camp. And I like watching his videos, but my name as well is Yahweh Sap. You know what I mean? So it's just for whatever reason, I think he's an Ephraimite. I might not be for sure. I know he's a Northern Kingdom brother, but I like listening to his videos. Him and the elder out there that started the camp. Long story short, he had a particular kind of book, because I was always wondering where did they get that actual information about Karagma goes back to a snake bite. But the name of the book I'm on references because it's a book. I thought you could pull it up online, and it doesn't seem like you can. But the name of the book, I think, is the New. You can go look it up on Amazon. It's the Theological Dictionary of the New Testament, and I think he was reading out of Volume 9. But that's where he found that at. Lord will, I'm sure. Well, then again, though, like it's funny how the library don't. I've always used the library. I grew up in the inner city poor. You know what I mean, and that was one of my escapes. I've always loved books, but you'd be surprised. Like I go to the library, and they got books and all kind of books on wickedness and all kind of other, what I'm gonna say, books that have nothing pertaining to your salvation. And then they don't even have a 1611 King James. I think out of this gigantic library system, they may have one, and it's all the way in a whole nother different county. Although you can like order it and they'll send it to you, because the way our library system is, it's a pretty decent library system. Because I've heard of people say, "Well, damn, you know what I mean?" Like I've heard actual teachers and people from other states actually acknowledge this system. But I was just amazed at that. Like, well, damn, I can go get a book on how to blow up something for real. Like real talk. Have done it, you know what I'm saying, when I was a child and know no better. You know what I mean? And best believe now that I realize how the system is, they monitor everything everybody reading. So I'm sure I'm in a system. But at that time, I think I was like 15 years old, you know what I mean? They sent me a book on how to make a motherfucking bomb. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? I didn't understand what I was reading. I never got caught up in no kind of. That's the disclaimer because I don't want to run around thinking I'm fucking to about Ali Akbar or nothing or shit like that. Like that's inside joke for the brothers since we always get called Muslims. But anyhow, like I say, my point being is they monitored all that. But like I said, let it come to something righteous like the scriptures. They only got 16 and 11 King James Bible. So anyhow, the brother went into that book, and that's where you get, because I guess that book goes into the meaning of those words at that time. And like I said, when you break it down from that book, it says charagma, which is I believe the Hebrew 1584. Let me go and get my 15 Salakia. It's the Greek 5480 charagma. It says a stamp or a printed mark of the mark stamped on the forehead on the right hand as the badge of the followers of the Antichrist. When you go into the Antichrist is anybody against the Messiah. Who is the people that's the most against the Messiah? It's this red Hebrew Edomite. So, and to a certain extent, it is telling truth in this my sword app. But you know, what I mean, whatever he used, and it broke it down more. And like I said, this is the mark branded upon horses, things, carved, sculpture, graven work. And then it went in some, I don't know if, because I got like two different phones. This is my sword, and the other one I'm just using like a Bible with the Strong's Concordance. And when you go into it on my other phone, it says servitude. So, you know what I mean? Just like how the elders said that, sometimes the blue letter go off because they change and shit, trying to cover up shit or, for whatever reasons, ultimately the Most High. You really, like I said, it says in Scripture, a king searches out of the things. So this ain't going to be just given to you. That's why I say, the very elect, you know, the very elect could be deceived, Not saying they going to be, but, the very elect is not going to be as deceived. But, how much this devil done turned the world upside down, you know what I mean? Because a lot of people are deceived. A lot of people are blinded. But without further ado, I'm going to get into this real quick because I didn't plan to have this as a long lesson. So this is the book of Revelations 13 and 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So what is the image of the beast? The image, it goes G504. Like I said, he didn't do that. And in this, I don't think, because the image is not actually like an image, like I know that word goes back to icon. And we get that iconoclasm, you know what I mean? Like that particular Greek word goes back to icon. So at the end of the day, or icon comes from that word, rather, Salakia. But it's not necessarily like a sculpture or, picture of Cesare Borgia. It's, this system, his philosophy. Just like the beast isn't an actual beast. The beast is the system, is these group of nations that have been before, when the Edomites came back into their power, they formed that group of nations again. It's a system and a group of nations that's pushing a system. You get what I'm saying? So this image is the philosophy. So, and like I was just listening to Pastor Tahar speak in his video about it. I never knew that. He said, when you go into the scripture, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast, he said, it's not just no sculpture, a picture of Caesarea or anything, because it said the image of the beast should both speak. It says the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So obviously, just a picture or a sculpture can't talk. You know what I mean? It's people that's basically, it's the philosophies of this system. And you know what I'm saying? And it's people that's all drunk off the philosophies of it. And, at the end of the day, like for instance, you got celebrities that's actually like with that 666 mark. Now that ain't the mark of the beast. But that's it to to a certain extent, that's the philosophies, that's the image. They're protecting in the philosophies of this. You get what I'm saying? Of the system. Slovakia. Continuing. Verse 16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, meaning all people, to receive a mark. Now, we already know what the mark is. And like I told you, if you go into that book, the theological Slovakia, if you go into that book, the Theological Dictionary of the New Testament, the ninth volume or volume 9, it basically breaks it down to how the word would be used back at that time. And like I said, it says to denote like a snake bite, or it's like a snake bite. And they compared that to that. Well, Salaki said bond to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man, not just men or males, but that's females, children, everybody, might buy or sell save he. So that's not going into like, you know, that's the people, you know what I mean? That's mankind basically. Might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. But the actual mark is a physical thing. And we gonna prove that because of the fact when you go into I got a few different things. Like I said, the brother Yawasop actually put me together with the guy Carl Sanders. This is the actual inventor of the one of the inventors of the RFID chip. This is the testimony of Carl Sanders, inventor of the microchip. Beginning, let's see. See, I caught myself trying to use articles. I use articles more so. A lot of people sometimes use videos, but then with the copyright issues, he put up a video about this guy, basically where he's talking about basically he was saying how after the fact he realized that it was the mark of the beast. At the time he was doing it, he didn't really understand. That's how you know that was all the will of the Most High. That's how you know, like they said, it says in Scripture, everybody gonna see the Most High when He's coming, or what I mean. Everybody, at the end of the day, like a lot of people are blinded and asleep right now. But when they don't actually see Him by taking this mark, they get this chip. That's when they gonna realize, oh yeah, this man is the devil. Bear with me for a second. Slovakia. Okay, I can read from here. It says, it went into George Orwell's the 1984. If I don't know if you ever read that or heard about it, but you could check it out because that was pre. If you go check into Orwell, like they say that he was, um, I don't want to say Mason, but he was, he was familiar, like he was probably in one of the societies because that book was ahead of his time, just like Star Trek was ahead of its time. You know what I mean? Those little communicators look just like cell phones. You know what I mean? That's funny. I was listening to that Cell Therapy by Goody Mob. Now I heard that song a million fucking times when I was in the world coming up, and just listening to it yesterday because I was sipping on some yayan, and I hear these dudes would talk about the New World Order all the way back then. You get what I'm saying? And then you got what's his name, CeeLo Brown. Now he all weirded out, but he was, you know what I'm saying? So either they got to him or whatever the fact. I mean, this dude dressed up in dresses now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's neither here nor there. It says, there is a microchip now in the hands of the government that has the potential of becoming the mark of the beast, where you cannot buy or sell without it. Carl Sanders was a top electronics engineer. an inventor for the U.S. government who worked with the FBI, CIA, IRS, and other government agencies designing spy technologies and surveillance equipment. He holds several patents and has been presented with the president and has been presented with the President's and Governor's Awards for Merit and Design Excellence. Carl Sanders sat in 17 New World Order meetings with heads of state officials such as Henry Kissinger and Bob Gates of the CIA to discuss plans on how to bring about this one world system. The government commissioned Carl Sanders to design a microchip for identifying and controlling the peoples of the world. A microchip that could be inserted under the skin with a hypodermic needle. I'm going to stop right there because I want to show you something. It basically go back to, like I said, in that theological New Testament dictionary that I've been, bringing out. It goes into the notes of snake bite because of the fact that you heard it just said the hypodermic needle, but it's a picture. I want you to see something. When you look at a snake bite, there and a hypodermic needle, they both look very, very similar. They both have those hollow creases, the hollow point, like in the tooth. Like the snake has a hollow, and that's to make it easier for getting the blood or shooting the venom. And the same with a hypodermic needle. So that's why they compared it. That's why he said, it denote like a snake bite. Back to that. Slovakia. It says, under the skin with a hypodermic needle, a quick, convenient method that would gradually be accepted by society. And that's the thing. We were out on the highways and byways, or the highways and hedges yesterday. And when you come to the realization, that's why I say 2/3, a lot of people is going to take this thing. I was talking to a woman I knew in the world, or female I knew in the world, and you know how guys be, like women always talk about, you all stuck in that game, or you stuck on that stupid ass car or them rims, whatever the fuck a guy keep his interest in. You know what I mean? At the end of shit, we are the truth. We get fucked with for reading the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Like women is ill, but then you have what they here to like. The bitch, you gonna pay $1,500 for a phone, and then she talk about she getting another one because she broke the last one. I'm like, okay, you gonna spend? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's yours. If you sucking dick to get it, whatever you, I mean, you know what I mean, that's you. My point is, I'm glad I ain't got you because you know what I mean. I'm just looking like, women be a headache, proving the fact of how much a woman could be a headache with the Steph Curry shit. You know what I mean? We catch hell doing the truth. This man is a fucking. He's celebrity known around the whole world. Best believe that. And that's just proving that you cannot escape these curses. Do you not know, man? And then if it would have been the other way, I'm not trying to digress on the lesson. I'm just gonna finish it with this. If that would have been the other way around, and he's just like, oh yeah, she's not doing enough womanly jobs for me. And I think, if he'd have made a statement like that, do you know how he would have been persecuted? But this bitch could come on TV and be like, you basically want men to lust after you. So what the fuck did you get married for? This is the stupidity of this fucking dumbass place. You got women in power over man looking down on a man. I see it every fucking day. But then when shit get bad, then they gonna be, and that's why I say in the book of Isaiah how 7 women gonna try to flee onto one or cling onto one man, roughly paraphrasing. But my point bringing all that up is this. Like I said, you see, like, the way that they grafted this shit, like, I wouldn't be surprised if they put something on that PlayStation 5, you got to get the chip with it. Motherfuckers will take the chip just to have the stupid ass game. Like, because everything is revolving around technology, and people like that convenience. You know what I'm saying? When they set this up to do this like this, they set it up perfectly. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can speak on it because at one point in time, I was asleep. I was, like, stuck up in the follies and the vanity of this place. You know what I mean? At one point in time, the culture we grew up in, and I know a lot of people can relate to it. Like, a brother brought it out at camp. He was like, shit, 9 times out of 10, a lot of the dudes that's in the camps, we've got numbers or, felonies or the sold drugs. You know what I mean? The difference is That's why a lot of shit can't go over your head. The difference is we don't do those things anymore. So why can't we judge you? That's the problem. You know what I mean? It's saying in scripture that a spiritual man judges all things. You know what I mean? But it's judged by none. I got more of a right to judge you because you won't know what it's like to not do it. I've done it and don't do it no more. That's what make what's that dude, that one judge? I don't like him, but you know, at the end of the day, somebody brought it out and it's the truth. His Judge Mathis, I guess, you know, because he always looking down on. That's how I take it, but I can understand why he kind of looking at it. But yet still though, that's like, you know, that's prideful. I take it. Because you working in the system, I know you understand that they designed it to be difficult for us. So just because you made it out and probably had to suck some dick and kiss some ass to get there. Because I don't give a fuck how talented you is in here. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You got to be helped along by Esau. You got to kiss their head. I mean, perfect example of that. We just speaking on it. Look at, what's his name? Jackie Robinson. Perfect example. You get what I'm saying? They had to, and then he was a stupid nigga, in my opinion, for doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you sit up there and let these, we had our own thing. That's y'all problem. Y'all want to be integrated with them. You know what I mean? And look what the fuck it got you. We still getting shot down left and right today. But like I said, I ain't about to keep on, you know, because this video ain't supposed to be that long. Carl Sanders, with a team of engineers behind, with U.S. grant monies supplied by tax dollars, took on this project and designed a microchip that is powered by a lithium battery, rechargeable through the temperature changes in our skin. And that's why they would want to place it in your hand or in your forehead, because in them areas is where it's a certain amount of heat. That's the best. That was the best place to put it. You know what I'm saying? Without the knowledge of the Bible, now this is where it's going into, and this is the point. Without the knowledge of the Bible, Brother Sanders was not a Christian at the time. These engineers spent $1.5 million doing research on the best and most convenient place to have the microchip inserted. Now that's the spirit. Guess what? These researchers found that the forehead and the back of the hand is not just the most convenient place, but it's also the only viable place for rapid, consistent temperature changes in the skin. To recharge the lithium battery, the microchip is approximately 7 millimeters in length, 0.75 millimeters in diameter, about the size of a grain of rice. It is capable of storing pages upon pages of information about you. All your general history, work history, crime record, health history, financial data, it can be stored on this. And then to show you how cold this shit gonna be, you gotta remember, you got a nation of addicts in this fucking place. You get what I'm saying? Like, you ain't gotta necessarily be no fucking drug addict or alcoholic. You got addictions because it's a place of folly. You know what I mean? This is a place to do whatever I will. You got sex addicts here. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, man. Like, you got all kind of psychopathic and what's the word? Sociopathic. You know, a sociopath is a fucking like a very all about me type of person. So at the end of the day, how you gonna sell drugs in that day if they tracking every piece of money? Man, you motherfucker. Man, this shit funny. It says capable of storing pages about your general history, work history, crime record, health history, and financial data can be stored. Brother Sanders believed that this microchip, which he regretfully helped design, I'm gonna repeat it because I'm gonna end it here. Brother Sanders believed that this is the microchip. Slaki. Brother Sanders believed that this microchip, which he regretfully helped design, is the mark spoken about in Revelations 13, verse 15 through 17. The original Greek word for mark is charagma, which means a scratch or etching. It's also interesting to note that the number 666 is actually a word in the original Greek. Oh, I never knew this one. Never even heard this. The word is chi xi stigma, with the last part stigma also meaning to stick or to prick. So I'm gonna end the lesson there. This is, like I said, a video based on what the Apostle Tahar said. You know, for the brothers in the camps and GMS camps to use, so we could corner this fucking snake and step on his head. You know what I'm saying? Like, since you want to come keep messing with the man of the Lord, let's mess with you. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, all he is a false prophet. at the end of the day, your spirit, I mean, when I seen that video where he showed him in the Cobra Commander thing, and I'm like, well, either he did it to be funny or his spirit, the Most High fuck with him so bad. Why would you come reading out the Bible wearing some shit like that, which every verse pretty much in the Bible that talks about snakes, serpents, or dragons is not good. You know what I'm saying? And he's so like, but at the end of the day, that's proven. I take it like this, like they, I mean, you got to have some main spiritual discernment to just be like what a person's nationality is, but we try to read it through the spirit. At the end of the day, me spiritually, that solidified it with me. He's saying his father was German. He an Edomite. You know what I'm saying? And wearing that shit proudly. He was wearing that shit proudly. So it tells us in scripture that we had the power to step on serpents. Matter of fact, I'm gonna probably get it. I think it's and then I'm gonna end the lesson on that. I think it's Luke. I think it's 10 and 16 or something. Salakia, bear with me. Salakia, it's Luke 10 and 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on the Salakia. I'm gonna bring it again. Luke 10 and 19. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. So at the end of the day, this serpent, this snake that's more than likely being used, you know, by those wicked ass elites to come fuck with us. Because when you take the time to think about it, he, like Apostle Tahar and many other elders have spoken on, you just supposed to be hardcore Christian that you believe. The way you come across, you make it seem like when they come whatever you perceive as the mark of the beast, you gonna take that stand and you is not gonna do it, and y'all Christians gonna hold hands and all that. They sit up there and trip on us, talk about, so yeah, we think we gonna get superpowers, but yet still, how y'all gonna combat what these people coming with? Y'all gonna hold hands and sing and like the fuck out of here. But my point is, you make it seem like you gonna not get you gonna just take that final stand and you gonna, you know what I mean? When in actuality, you probably gonna be one of the first ones in line to get that mark. At the end of the day, my point being, like I said, he spiritually gave us the power to tread on this wicked ass serpent. You know what I mean? Trying to, like I said, combat our doctrine. So, like I said, Lord will, the lesson was edifying. Lord will that brothers, use the title and make videos so we can make this man make a stand or put this man in a position where he got to make a stand. Like I said, you coming against our doctrine. Well, you explain to us what the mark of the beast is. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Call halal, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Waha, Rachak, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing truth for faith and sincerity, wishing their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwath and the Akim out there listening and learning. Lord will, this lesson was edifying. Shalom to the Confusing the Face brothers joining onto our ranks. And with that, shalom, and abad babal.